Great news! Peninsula Volkswagen is offering cap price servicing on every model in the Volkswagen range. To check out our pricing and to book online, go to peninsulavw.com.au or call direct on 8781 8877. For the best service, all roads lead to Peninsula Volkswagen Frankston. LMCT 10703.
We've got Darren McDonald, the great DMac, with us, and Jezzalenko, you beauty today. Des Dowling as well from funnyguys.com.au, Des.
Yes, funnyguys.com.au. A lot of Christmas parties getting into swing now. People are booked. We've got a Christmas party for mid-November half. But people, if they want a comedian, jump onto funnyguys.com.au, 96960202. We'll get you one of Australia's best for your next function.
Outstanding. Let's get to Darren in Bulleen. Just check your headphones on if you can, DMac. And Darren wants to reminisce and go a bit down memory lane on 9429 1116 and talk about one of your, I think it might have been your first NBL experience. It'll happen, I'm sure. G'day, Darren.
G'day, guys. How are you?
Good, thanks.
That's good. We were Giants members all through the 90s, and I remember DMac's first game, and I'm pretty sure it was against Perth at the Sports Entertainment Centre, and I think the crowd was wondering what the hell was going on because the ball was going everywhere. And I think it was a case of DMac's passes were good, but just the guys didn't know where to expect them.
Did you have trouble with that? Did your teammates working out how good you were and where they were going?
Yeah. I mean, that first game was probably – I'm actually lucky to still be here after that first game. Because we played against Perth where they had Ricky Grace. Ricky Grace had a triple-double
Ricky Grace, yeah,
in that game. And, Brett just, dude, this is what you're up against. Yeah. Every game. You get a different point guard like this every game. So it was tough. But then we played him again in the fourth game and ended up beating him by 30. So kind of saved my job, I guess.
Yeah. Good on you, Darren. Thank you for your call. I'm going to give you a double man pass, which gets you and a friend into 3 of 5 movies. Choose between 3 of Taken 2, Lawless, Paranormal Activity, Savages, or Dread. 3 movies, 1 pass. Buy online now at villagecinemas.com.au. And it is Village Cinemas Man Pass Month on 11/16 SEN. So plenty more of those to be given away through the month. Now, when the Giants disappeared, when you merged, and we had the Victorian Titans / Giants, what was it like from a player's point of view to have to move on?
I think it was okay for me. I thought, to be honest, I thought I was probably going to be. I thought I would be okay.
Yep.
I think when you look at some of the other players we had, that's when you start to feel, maybe this guy won't get a job or he's gonna have to leave or he could do that. But it was easy for me, and because the way it went, when it all happened, at the time I was playing for Brett, so I was hoping Brett was gonna be the coach.
Yep. At
the time, and he ended up not the coach, but then Brian Gorgian ended up taking over, and he knew who he wanted, and we had all these different meetings, so he was meeting with all the guys. And my meeting would have took about 10 seconds because I walked in and he said, "You in?" I said, "Yeah, I'm in." He said, "Okay," and that was it. We didn't talk. Honestly, we didn't talk about a lot of nothing. That was basically it.
He's a very charismatic figure in Australian basketball. What was it like to play under?
It was good. Like he's really really passionate. You know what I mean? And I think you understand the definition of hard work and working hard, because even back then, before we played those guys, I think he kind of changed the way the game is played. And when I say that, I'm saying that from a strength standpoint, from a body standpoint, because when you used to play those guys, they all were strong, and they all looked strong. So you knew every game you was going to go into, it was going to be a battle. You know what I mean? And that's, just energetic and just understands the game, just knows the game. He was great. He was great to play for.
I've interviewed Brian a few times, and he sounds like a bloke you'd want to play for every time you step out of court. And he'd be the man that, if there was one man you'd want to play for, to be him, just the way he treats his players.
And he was easily a player's coach, and he always help, always wants the best, but he's a winner. And
absolutely.
When you go on to play with a winner, you got to come and you got to work. Plain and simple. I used to love playing. I played all those guys. You love playing for them because this is their job. This is the passion that they have, and that's myself as a coach. That's I love what I do. You know what I mean? I think because they love what they do, they put everything in it, and that's every training, everything they do.
100%.
You're gonna get the best.
Couple of calls coming in there, Half. We've got Paul out of Greensborough. You there, Paul?
Yeah, how you going, guys?
How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks. I think the NBL has really made a big mistake with the way they've restructured a couple of years ago, they had a chance to do what the A-League did and bring in all new teams and get a whole heap of support from Victoria. What you've got now, you've got the Melbourne Tigers as a Victorian team, and if you're not a Tigers fan, don't follow them. It's similar to Collingwood being the only team in Victoria. You wouldn't get a Carlton supporter following Collingwood just because they're the only team in Victoria. I think they could have done what the A-League did and, started up this whole new teams, whole new format and gone that way.
Do you reckon that would have worked, DMac?
I think it would. I think he's absolutely right. I think we need. When I came out, there was 4 teams in Melbourne, so there was, Well, you had Geelong, so you had North Melbourne, you had the Melbourne Tigers, you had the Southeast Melbourne Magic, and you had Geelong. So there was 4 teams here. Now we're down to 1. I think we need another. You just need another team, even just to create that rivalry. Yeah, and to create that rivalry. And I'm hoping that's the plan for next year. I know it was a plan for this year but it didn't pan out. I'm hoping that's the plan for next year. I think there's no doubt we need more teams.
Yeah.
Because I look at when you look at the league, it's so many different kids that play now, and there's a lot of kids that play college basketball. Once they're done, a lot of them don't have an opportunity. They're not good enough to play in Europe.
Yep.
But if they had opportunities to come back to their own country and play, who wouldn't want to do that?
Yeah, bring them out.
And that's why I think. It's easy for me to say, but I think we need more. You need more teams in the country just for those guys that's, coming back.